Have you ever felt lost, searching for something more, even when life seemed full? Today we're diving into a story that resonates across time, a powerful testament to redemption and the boundless mercy of God. This is the story of Saint Marina of Egypt, a woman whose life journey from the depths of worldly pleasure to the heights of divine love offers hope to us all. Her story is a timeless reminder that no matter how far we may stray, the path back to light is always open. Marina was born in Egypt, and in her youth, she lived a life completely devoted to worldly pleasures. She was beautiful, charismatic, and sought love and fulfillment in the fleeting joys of the material world. From the outside, her life might have looked exciting, a whirlwind of parties and admiration. But deep within her soul, a profound emptiness grew. The love she desperately craved, the kind that fills the heart completely, couldn't be found in temporary passions. Each new experience left her feeling more hollow than before, a silent ache that no amount of earthly distraction could soothe. One day, driven by a mix of curiosity and a restless spirit, Marina decided to join a group of pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem. She didn't go for spiritual reasons, but rather for the adventure, seeking new experiences and new company. She continued her life of indulgence even on the ship, unaware that this journey was destined to change everything. Jerusalem, the holy city, was about to become the stage for a divine intervention, the very beginning of her profound transformation. She was about to encounter a force far greater than any earthly desire she had ever known. When the pilgrims arrived in Jerusalem, they flocked to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre to venerate the Holy Cross. Marina, caught up in the crowd, tried to enter with them, but as she reached the threshold, something extraordinary happened. An invisible, unyielding force pushed her back. She tried again and again, pushing through the crowd, but every time she reached the doorway, she was physically prevented from stepping inside. Others passed by her freely, but the entrance was barred to her, and her alone. In that moment of confusion and frustration, a profound realization struck her like a bolt of lightning. She looked up and saw an icon of the Holy Mother of God, the Theotokos, near the entrance. Suddenly, she understood. It wasn't a physical barrier stopping her. It was the weight of her own sins. The life she had led, the impurity of her heart, made her unworthy to enter this sacred space. All the emptiness she had tried to ignore came crashing down on her. Overwhelmed with shame and regret, she broke down in tears right there in the courtyard. With a heart shattered by genuine remorse, Marina looked to the icon and prayed a prayer that would change the course of her destiny. It wasn't a formal, rehearsed prayer, but a desperate cry from the depths of her soul. "O Holy Mother of God, I know I am unworthy to even look upon your pure image, but you are merciful. Allow me to enter and see the cross where your Son was crucified. I beg you, do not reject me, and I promise you, from this moment on, I will renounce my past. I will go wherever you guide me and live a life of repentance." The moment she finished her heartfelt plea, something shifted. The invisible barrier was gone. Trembling, she walked forward and entered the church without any resistance. Inside, she fell to her knees before the Holy Cross. For the first time in her life, she felt not the fleeting pleasure of the world, but the overwhelming, purifying presence of divine grace. It was a love unlike anything she had ever known, unconditional, healing, and absolute. In that sacred moment, her old life died, and a new life began. Marina of Egypt was reborn. True to her vow, Marina left Jerusalem and her former life behind without a second thought. Guided by a voice she heard after her prayer, she crossed the Jordan River and ventured deep into the unforgiving desert. There, for the next 47 years, she would live a life of extreme asceticism. She embraced solitude, constant prayer, fasting, and repentance. The harsh wilderness became her monastery, the silence her teacher. The woman who once adorned herself in fine clothes now wore only rags, and the one who sought rich foods survived on what little she could find in the barren land. In the solitude of the desert, Marina found the true freedom she had been searching for all along. It wasn't the freedom to indulge every whim, but the freedom of the soul from the chains of passion and desire. The intense physical hardships, the temptations, and the loneliness were her battleground. But through this struggle, she purified her heart and drew ever closer to God. The love she had once sought from the world was replaced by an all-consuming divine love that filled her completely. Her soul, once empty, now overflowed with a peace that surpassed all understanding. Years later, an elderly monk named Zosima, known for his own piety, was led by God into the desert to find someone who had surpassed him in spiritual perfection. It was there that he encountered Marina. At first, he saw only a figure scorched by the sun, emaciated and barely human. Her body was frail, weakened by decades of austerity, but as she spoke, Zosima was astonished. Her words were filled with profound wisdom, and her spirit radiated a light that was unmistakably heavenly. She was a living testament to the transformative power of God's grace. Marina shared her incredible story with Zosima, from her life of sin in Alexandria to her miraculous conversion in Jerusalem and her long penance in the desert. Her humility was profound. She saw herself as the greatest of sinners, yet her soul was luminous with holiness. She made one final request of the stunned monk, to return the following year on Holy Thursday and bring her Holy Communion. Zosima agreed, and when he returned a year later, he found her waiting by the banks of the Jordan River. After receiving the sacred mystery, a moment of sublime union with Christ, her earthly journey was complete. Shortly after, she peacefully departed to the Lord, her soul finally at home. So, what does this incredible journey mean for us today? The story of Saint Marina of Egypt is not just a dramatic tale of sin and repentance. It is a powerful illustration of the infinite, unconditional mercy of God. It shows us that no one is beyond hope. No matter how many wrong turns we've taken, no matter how lost we feel, the door to divine love is never locked. God is always waiting, arms open, ready to welcome us home the very moment we turn our hearts sincerely toward Him. Her life echoes a universal truth found in all the great spiritual traditions of the world, whether Christian, Vedic, Islamic, or Buddhist. It teaches us that God's essence is mercy. It shows that a pure and contrite heart is far more valuable than empty rituals. And most importantly, it reveals that the true path to God is the path of inner transformation, a journey from the ego's desires to the soul's surrender in love. Saint Marina's life is a beacon of hope, inspiring us to believe in the power of change and the promise of redemption. Thank you for joining me on this profound journey into the life of Saint Marina of Egypt. If her story moved you, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need to hear this message of hope. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more stories that nourish the soul. Until next time, may you walk in light and love.